You wake up in a stone cell beneath the Colosseum, the air cold and heavy. The distant roar of 50,000 people shakes the walls above your head. Today is not another training session in the dusty courtyard outside. Today, the gates will open, and you will step into the arena. Chains scrape across stone as guards move through the underground corridors. You are not a soldier fighting for your homeland or freedom. You are property, owned, trained, and prepared for public violence. Most gladiators were slaves captured during Rome's endless wars across distant lands. Others were criminals sentenced to fight as punishment for serious crimes. A few desperate men even volunteered, chasing money, fame, or survival. But once you enter the gladiator school, your old identity disappears completely. Your name is replaced, your past erased, your future uncertain. You belong to a lanista, the owner who controls your life. To him, you are not a person, but a valuable investment. Training begins before sunrise and continues until your muscles collapse. You practice with wooden swords heavier than real weapons. You repeat the same strikes thousands of times without rest. Discipline is strict, and failure is punished without hesitation. Food is simple but filling, mostly barley, beans, and rough bread. Gladiators were sometimes called barley men because of their diet. Doctors monitor injuries carefully, because healthy fighters make more profit. Rome did not want its investments dying too quickly in the sand, yet survival in training does not guarantee survival in the arena. The morning of your fight arrives faster than you expected. Other gladiators sit in silence, sharpening blades and adjusting armor straps. Some pray quietly to Roman gods for strength and mercy. Others stare at the ground, lost in thoughts they cannot escape. You hear the crowd chanting above, impatient for blood and spectacle. The gates begin to rise, and sunlight floods the dark tunnel. Heat strikes your face as you step onto the golden sand. Before you, the arena stretches wide under the blazing Roman sky. Around you, 50,000 citizens rise from their stone seats. They are not here to see mercy or kindness. They are here to see violence, skill, and possibly death. Across the arena stands your opponent, armored and equally afraid. He carries a shield and sword polished for this single moment. The signal is given, and the fight begins, without hesitation. Steel clashes against steel, echoing across the massive amphitheater. Sand flies into the air with every heavy step you take. You feel the weight of armor pressing against your shoulders. One mistake could open your flesh to a deadly strike. Gladiator fights were brutal, but they were not always executions. Many matches ended when one fighter was wounded or surrendered. The crowd often decided the defeated man's fate with gestures. Despite popular belief, emperors did not casually kill every loser. Gladiators were expensive, and skilled fighters were worth preserving. Still, death was always close, waiting for a single error. Your opponent lunges forward, forcing you backward across the sand. Your shield cracks under the pressure of repeated heavy blows. You stumble and fall, the sky spinning above you. The crowd roars louder, hungry for a final decision. You raise your hand, signaling surrender, breath burning in your chest. All eyes turn toward the officials and the watching elite. In this moment, your life depends on strangers in the stands. If mercy is granted, you live to fight another day. If not, the sand beneath you becomes your grave. Some gladiators survived many battles and earned rare fame. Victorious fighters could receive prizes, wealth, even admiration from crowds. A very small number eventually won freedom after years of survival, but most never reached old age inside those arena walls. Life, as a gladiator, was not glory, but controlled violence. It was survival measured in wounds, scars, and narrow escapes. If you had been forced into the arena of ancient Rome, your chances of long survival were far lower than you imagine.